Man, Coach Hurd, we might need to take that fourth quarter. We need to bring that with us on the road Saturday. That was pretty impressive. We were rooting for you guys. Found out after the game, so that was a big time comeback. Hard to do that on the road, especially after adversity. And I think we're probably sharing a lot of sentiments of building a program and finding out who we are in the face of adversity. And that's what has been really enjoyable with this group. I think we lead. Actually, I saw a stat, I think I might have mentioned it last week, but we're number two in the country in one-possession games. So we've played 8 one-possession games. If they go one way, you're feeling a certain type of way. If they go another way, you have the feeling of defeat. And the truth is, I said it on day one, this thing is process-driven, and I love walking that locker room every day. I love walking in the office. We had a tremendous outing Wednesday at home against Citadel. Felt like we, finally put together a full 35, 40 minutes, and remember the exact score, but I think we beat them by 30 plus, and had some different guys step in personnel-wise, and thought they did a really nice job being ready. You'll hear from TJ here in a minute, but I thought his defensive presence, thought his energy, I thought his effort really took us over the top, and I thought our guys fed on that. It was good to obviously put a win on paper and doing it in a convincing style when I think, like I said, we've had 10 conference games and 8 of them have gone down to with 5 minutes to go, one possession game. So fast forward to Saturday, give Chattanooga a lot of credit. Really good basketball team. I think it's a team that's going to have a chance to win the regular season and get hot in the tournament as well. But when you really dig into the numbers of that thing, we're up 12 in the first half. We're up 11 in the second half with 17 minutes to go and feeling very good about the direction of the game. Obviously, a lot of things have to happen. Unfortunately, we get in a little foul trouble, and we play 10 straight minutes without Ahmad Robinson on the floor. And the truth is, I hadn't hid from the truth. We're not as good when he's on the floor. And thought our guys battled. I thought they competed their tails off. Unfortunately, with I think it's a 4-point game with 1 minute to go. We get a stop and a bucket. Maybe something happens, but they're able to get a bucket, and ultimately we lost to a really good team at their place. Disappointed by the outcome, but not disappointed in the effort. Still, like I said at the beginning, I say it right now, love coming to the office with this group, love coming to the locker room. We just got to find a way to, in this second half of the season, we've got to find a way to go 5-1, 5-2 in those close games. Right now we're hitting about 500. Like to turn that up to 75-80%. I think we're having a much different feeling about where we are at this portion of the season. But I don't think that the feelings are, they come and they go as you win and lose. But the facts are, we got a really good basketball team. We got a great group of dudes that I know is continuing to get better and better. And I think we're making some changes down the stretch to really give us a chance to get hot and finish this thing the right way, and then get hot in the tournament. So kind of open it up to you guys for any questions.
I know against the Citadel, it was a close game the first 9-10 minutes or so. Was there something that you were telling your guys to kind of get them refocused? Was there something you felt was off in the first part of that game?
No, I thought the first 8 minutes was awesome. Like, I thought we were playing phenomenal. I thought we were lights out defensively. I thought we just missed a lot of layups and a lot of open threes. We were coming to the huddle of the first two medias like, hey guys, continue this route. We're guarding our tails off. We're playing the game the right way. Ball just didn't go in the bucket, and said, hey, a run's coming, a run's coming, a run's coming. And then you saw, those last 12 minutes of the first half, we were able to expand on that.
It seems like you guys have been working a lot more on defense down in big games. How big is that to be able to be good? Because I know obviously offensively you guys have been excellent, but being able to focus more on the defensive side of the ball, what's that been like for you? What are you seeing on the court?
Yeah, I think, you got to take analytics. I think they're important, but I also think there's a, time and place for them. But, analytically, we were the second best defense going into chat in the league. And after that game, we fell to the third best defense. So I think, our guys feel very confident in the way we're guarding. They've done a great job executing game plans. And you said we're a possession or two away in each game from being in first or second place. So the difference is razor thin. But I think our guys will tell you, man, we work on defense. It's important to us. We got tough dudes that are trying to execute game plans, and I feel confident in our group that when we need stops, we can get stops.
Last week you brought in Cam Bryant. This week you're bringing in TJ Graham, another guy that we've talked about before, Marcus Overstreet, double-digit rebounds in the last 2 games. How big has he been off the bench for you guys as well?
Yeah, I think it's important. In the game of basketball, it's a team sport, right? So everyone has individual roles, but collectively you can be greater. Your sum can be greater than the parts. And a lot of guys that score or have stats, they get a lot of the accolades. But I couldn't be more proud of the dude sitting right here. This is a guy that has come and been the same guy since day one. And there's a reason we won by 30 at Citadel, okay, or at home against Citadel. His energy, his effort, his ability to connect guys, his ability to guard, like that rubs off on people. And it took us a little bit longer to realize how valuable that could be. I thought he played great minutes against Chattanooga. This is a mature young man over here. I don't know at age 21, 22 that I could get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He didn't check in the game. Not like he didn't check in the game. And yet the first time he gets extended minutes, we win by 30. I mean, there's a reason that he was in the game. There's a reason that our guys fed off it. And so talk about him. Marcus Overstreet's been tremendous. But if you ask the staff right now who's been the best player in practice the last couple of weeks, it's been Marcus Overstreet. I mean, he's been dominant. He's been unstoppable. So we get kind of a preview what's going on practice. These guys are just producing in the game, and I'll tell you what, when Citadel or Chattanooga, we make a sub, go to the bench, we feel fully confident in our guys to not just produce at the same level, but to give us a boost off the bench.
And then 48 points for you guys in the first half against Chat. I mean, being able to have an offensive output like that, I mean, it's got to feel good. And how are you guys looking to finish out games and go forward with that?
Yeah, I think it's really just finding the mix for the full 40 minutes. I said I thought we were in complete control of the game. We're up 11 in the second half with 16 minutes to go, 17 minutes to go, and unfortunately just had some factors, that allowed us to play a little bit shorthanded. And so we've got to figure out when things like that happen, when adversity does happen, how do we respond? What can we do personnel-wise? What can we do game plan-wise? But I think when our guys are, when we're fully locked into the game plan, we've got our full arsenal of players, I think we're a pretty dang hard team to beat.
All right, anything else for Coach Ritt? All right, Coach, thank you. All right, let's bring up T.J. Grant, junior forward from Warner Robins. Played locally at Veterans High School. T.J. and I have something in common. We know how great it is to either live or play basketball and go to school in Kathleen, Georgia. T.J., give us an opening statement about how the season's gone and your role. Looking forward to the rest of the season.
I feel like the season's going pretty well. I feel like we're a few small, changes and plays away from having a better record this year. But I feel like we're figuring it out, and I feel like we're pretty close to being able to make a run in March.
I know Coach talked about your effort off the bench and practice as well. I mean, what's kind of your methodology? How do you kind of prepare yourself for games? How do you prepare yourself for practice? How do you get yourself in the best possible mindset to be ready to go?
I think it just starts in practice and film. Even if you're not playing, just be locked into the scout, locked into the guys you have to guard, and be ready if he puts you in there to guard whoever you're gonna have to guard that night. And I like to stay ready, even though I wasn't playing a good bit, but I feel like I had experience, just being able to stay ready. I kind of went through that last year as well, but so I have experience in it, and I was ready this year whenever my number was called.
And being a local kid, just from 30 minutes down the road, and what's that like? Do your family come to games? Do you have a lot of people come to games? And what's that kind of factor like, having just a lot of supporters around you being close by?
It's been great, having friends and family be able to come to the games whenever they feel like, showing up to the games and seeing people in the crowd from high school, middle school, elementary school I haven't seen in forever, them being able to watch me. It's a great feeling being able to be so close to home. Yeah.
Coach has talked a lot about, play your best basketball. With this many close games, what do you feel like could take you guys over the edge when you get to that point? You said you feel like you can make a run, right? So what's the differentiating factor for you guys?
I think for us, just paying attention to detail and being super locked into what we need to do to win and not worrying about any outside factors. And I think if we do that and we stay really focused these next 5 weeks, we could do something special in the tournament.
TJ, from a player's perspective, Coach has talked about the close scores of our games. What is it as a player preparing, knowing that any game remaining of the season to come down to a possession or two, and in preparation, knowing all the games, you got a chance to win all of them, but they may be close?
Yeah, it's tough, but I think we just need to stay together. And I feel like if our team stays together, then the pressure of those games is minimized. And where we can finish those games in the future if we just, you know, stay together and don't let that pressure get to us, you know.